Huh. Are all of these Squad Zero members weird as hell? Hey guys, Lunar Spiral 27 here, bringing you Bleach chapter 522. Love it. So, just like last week's chapter, not a lot has really happened, but we do get to learn at least a few things, I guess. I mean, this wasn't a terrible chapter, it's just, honestly, I'm not really sure how to feel about it. So I guess let's begin with this chapter. So the chapter begins with we see this girl, we see this girl talking to Nimaya Oatsu, the next Squad Zero member that wasn't been shown a lot ever since Squad Zero was introduced. She informs him that Ichigo and Renji have arrived at the landing platform at the Phoenix Palace. So Uatsu is gonna go and greet them, and we get to the landing platform. Once again, Ichigo and Renji use Kon as a cushion. Seriously, what is the deal with the means of transportation here in the Soul Palace? I think they need something that's a lot more safe, or, I mean, come on. Now, Kon was dragged by Ichigo and Renji, and he wanted to stay because of the food and Hikifune actually turning into a girl with big boobs. That's the third character that always changed into a beautiful girl. I mean, you had Yoruichi from a cat to a hot girl, and then you had Nell from a little hollow Arankar to a hot Arankar, and then now we have Hikifune from a chubby girl to a hot girl with big boobs. Okay, so once they got into the landing platform, the spotlights start to turn on, and then these weird speakers. It looks like they're in some sort of a stadium or something, like they're in a concert. And then we're introduced to Nimaya Watsu, who looks like he's a J-pop singer or something like that. Seriously, I was expecting him to go like this and yell out, "Wee!" like Killer Bee. I mean, is it bad enough that we got another weird black person in manga? Anyway, he starts out yelling out through these speakers. "We have two guests. Our home is your home. Your heads are held high. Your heads are held high. In other words, your heads are so high." And as this points up to the, like, "Your heads are so high!" And we get his appearance. It looks like he's got some sort of mohawk on his head. I'm not really sure the hairstyle. He's got one of those headset microphones that he's wearing. This big puffy vest, and yeah, he does look like he's some sort of singer, like a J-pop singer or a R&B singer. I don't know. Seriously. And I love the reactions of Ichigo and Renji's face. They're like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And then he starts saying, "I'm the #1 Zanpakuto creator, Nimaya Oatsu. Sorry if I'm saying this wrong. Shikyoru Yoroshiku." I know Yoroshiku means pleased to meet you in Japanese, but apparently according to the side note, Shikyoru, I think that's how you say it, is Yoroshiku backwards. Talking backwards is meant to be trendy and shows that you have lots of swag. He also talks in English occasionally, so I guess if the anime does come back, we're gonna get to hear him speak some English, or English. So apparently if you say Yoroshiku backwards, which is Shikuyoru, it means that you have swag, so Nemaya has swag. Okay. Oh my god, do you see why I think all Squad Zero members are weird because of this guy? All he needs now is to yell out "we" and do this. Oh my god. And he's like, Zanpakuto, love it. Fucking hell. Oh, and I love the side note here. This swagged out man is the head honcho. I'm like, this is the guy who created the Zanpakuto. This is the Phoenix King. The leader of the Phoenix Palace. What the fuck? And then we get to the Galaxy Phoenix Palace with, by the way, his sign is like covered in diamonds or something. I don't know, like some serious bling. And then when the others enter the palace, you see all these beautiful women, you know, greeting Ichigo and Renji. They're like, Nirashai, or I think that's how you say welcome in Japanese. Or is it, Tadaima? No, wait, that means, or is it Okaeri? Is it Nirashai or Okaeri? I'm not sure. Maybe I could ask Shot Anime about that. So yeah, they all meet the beautiful women, and Khan reacts like how he always reacts. Like he's in heaven, and he goes, you know, he's him being a pervert and all. Yeah, and then all the girls, they start like going up to them. They're like thinking, you know, they're all attracted to Ichigo and Renji. I don't know what the hell these things are, but apparently they look like they're Nemaya's groupies. But then Ichigo, I thought this was kind of funny. He says, "Don't let your guard down. There's gotta be a catch. They're all probably rocking beans and francs if you catch my drift." Oh my god, I love this translation. It's fucking hilarious. Rocking beans and francs if you catch my drift, meaning that they could be dudes. God damn it. Nemaya Owatsu, so Nemaya introduces himself to Ichigo and Renji, and we actually get his title for Squad Zero. He is called the Blade God, or I guess in this case the Zanpakuto God, or King of Zanpakutos, I guess. How the hell did this guy create the Zanpakutos? That's what I want to know. So yeah, he goes up to Ichigo, he's like, Shikuyo! And for some reason he makes Ichigo play patty cake. Like, I don't know, some weird looking handshake which looks like patty cake. What the fuck is going on? But then, I guess right after that, Nemaya's like, the vibe's a bit off. You're not quite feeling it, I dig. I'm not trying to act like him, that's what he's saying. You can always go back. Now, I guess, since they're not feeling him doing the handshake, they asked him that, do you want to leave? But Ichigo and Renji, of course, they don't need to leave because they need their Zanpakutos reforged. So they start to greet him, you know, like bowing and say, we won't be going back. It's a pleasure. The pleasure is all on this side, which means pleased to meet you. But then, Nemaya's like, no. You gotta greet me like this. And what he does, he does a handstand as a way of greeting them. I mean, apparently if you're in the Phoenix Palace, the only way you greet each other is to do a handstand, which Ichigo and Renji do, but of course, Ichigo doesn't want to, but they have no choice because they want to get on his good side so they can get their Zanpakutos reforged, so they actually do it. And meanwhile, Nemaya takes a picture of them doing the handstand and shows it to his groupies, or should I say, his shorties. I am not kidding, that's what it says on the translation. They're shorties. Oh my god! What the fuck is with the translation? What the fuck is with Nemaya? I can't take it seriously. Oh my god. So yeah, he shows them to the shorties a picture and they start laughing. And then we finally found like the person who's actually sane, which was, I'm guessing, was the person at the beginning of the chapter who told Nimaya that Ichigo and Renji have made it. What she does is she says, "Just how long do you plan on dicking around like that?" Kicks him in the head. Thank you. And then we finally get serious, I guess. Apparently the girl's name is Mira. And he tells Ichigo and Renji to follow her. And then we get to this small hut at the edge of a cliff, and it turns out to be the true Phoenix Palace. Apparently that Phoenix Palace from before was a fake because he hates the fact that he lives in a shack like that. Yeah. And it looks like Kon and Maya are definitely going to get along with each other because they actually preferred the previous palace with all the hot women. Yeah. Well, at least Kon has a new friend. So Mira tells Ichigo and Renji to get into the palace, and oh my god, this is like some Looney Tunes shit. When they enter the palace, when they enter into the Phoenix Palace, they're like standing on midair, and then they start falling until they realize that there was no floor. I mean, they just go in and then boom, fall down into the hole. Now we actually get to learn, apparently these girls, or his shorties, his groupies, whatever the fuck you want to call them, apparently they were Zanpakuto. Okay, question? How the hell did Nimaya create the Zanpakuto? That's what I want to freaking know. But unfortunately, we won't know until probably 523 or 524 because we don't know how he created the Zanpakuto. That is what I wanted to read from this chapter, but I guess not. So yeah, all those girls were Zanpakuto. And then he gets Ichigo and Renji's broken Zanpakutos, Zabimaru and the Tenza Zangetsu. Apparently, Ichigo and Renji couldn't distinguish the difference between a Zanpakuto and a Shinigami, which I guess you're supposed to if you're a Shinigami. I'm not really sure. But yeah, he has their broken Zanpakutos, and then he says, it's because you have no love for them that your Zanpakutos end up like this. You didn't even notice until now, did you? So the reason they're broken, the reason you can distinguish between a Shinigami and a Zanpakuto is because they have no love for their Zanpakuto spirits. Okay. So, Nimaya breaks their Zanpakutos even further. And apparently, yeah, as I said before, apparently if they don't get any love, their Zanpakutos break really easily. And apparently, in the pit, we don't get to see these things. We get to see these shadowy figures. Well, only their eyes. We don't know what they are, but apparently, according to Nimaya, they are the Zanpakuto's rage. Which means that Ichigo and Renji are going to get into a death match between mutant, angry Zanpakuto spirits. That actually would be pretty cool. Now, Nimaya says that if they get out of this alive, then he will reforge the Zanpakutos. I guess this is why Higifune warned them that he was dangerous, because of this. And then he starts saying this, which I don't know if this is a rap or anything, but I wouldn't be surprised. He says, clean the wax out your ears, and I am the #1 Zanpakuto creator. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5, down to 3. What happened to 4? I have no idea. It's Nimaya Oetsu. A blade crafted by me can't be handled by whack-ass Shinigami. So this was really a test to see Ichigo Renji's strength. If they manage to get out of this alive, then it would prove that they're not weak, and that only those that are incredibly strong will get their Zanpakutos reforged by Nimaya. Okay? And basically, the chapter ends with Nimaya saying Shikuyoro, and that's basically it. So yeah, that's Bleach chapter 522. I was not expecting this from the chapter. I was expecting a bit more because, I mean, last week's chapter, all Ichigo and Renji did was eat. At least they did something. Here, it's just, it's just Nimaya dicking them around, and then when they finally get to do something, it's like halfway through the chapter or near the end of the chapter. And again, I want to know, like, how the hell did Nimaya create the Zanpakuto, and how old is he? I mean, if he was the one that created the Zanpakuto, that means he should have been, like, the very first Shinigami that ever obtained a Zanpakuto, which means that he would have been older than Yamamoto. So I was actually hoping for that, but I guess not. And is Mera a Zanpakuto too, or is she also one of his subordinates, like the ones that you've seen in Tenjiro's palace? I don't know. All I know is that Ichigo and Renji are going to get a death battle, or entered in a death match between angry mutant Zanpakuto spirits. Now we know that Ichigo and Renji are capable with hand-to-hand combat, and Renji does have Kido, but he does not really know how to use it very well. I mean, from what we've seen in flashbacks. And, you know, whenever he tried to use the Shakaho, it never worked out very well. And maybe, I don't know, this is me being hopeful here, but maybe this might be a chance for Ichigo to awaken more of his Quincy powers, I guess. I don't know, maybe. But all I know is that, okay, maybe not in this week's chapter, they won't get to see the Zanpakuto spirits. Maybe we will, eventually, when they get out of this, somehow. Maybe the only way to beat them was to love their Zanpakutos. I don't freaking know. All I know is that I expect to see some action going on between Ichigo and Renji and the mutant Zanpakuto spirits. And hopefully to see Tensa Zangetsu again. No, actually Zangetsu again. And maybe Shirasaki. I mean, he did fuse with Tensa Zangetsu, so maybe we might see him again, hopefully. But I guess not, because his hollow powers are gone. But I'm just hoping to see Zangetsu again. And then maybe Zabimaru, if we get the chance. So overall, this chapter, honestly, I don't know how to feel about this chapter. It was weird and okay, I guess. It's just Nimaya. I don't know how to feel about this guy. I mean, he's like dressed as some sort of J-pop or R&B singer. I don't know why, but sometimes I always hear like a typical African American accent or Jamaican accent for some reason. I don't know why. I just do when I feel like I'm reading this guy. He's just freaking weird as hell. I just don't know. So yeah, that was Bleach chapter 522. Kind of a weird way to end 2012 for Bleach, but whatever. I'm Spiral 27, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.